This is Sean Sport in podcast form.
Going to start with the Perth Wildcats, and I watched them play yesterday against the South-East Melbourne Phoenix, and they were horrendous. 21 points. They got beaten by John Rillie, their coach, was saying it should have been more.
Yeah, but did you see them Friday night? Friday night they were amazing against the top
Sydney
team
Kings.
at home. Yeah, and clearly fatigue played a part. It was less than 48 hours that they had to turn around and fly interstate. And I get that, but it's hard to believe it was the same team that played yesterday that played on Friday. Friday night they were outstanding.
Sydney have lost 2 in a row now, though.
Yeah.
They were on a 6-game winning streak, so I don't know if they hit the skids a bit. But, Nath, what were you going to say?
Well, I'm just talking about the fatigue of travelling. I mean, you did it when you were playing. Like, is that easily discounted, or should a team be professional enough to be able to do it? But
a less than 48-hour turnaround.
that would be so, like...
Well,
I think sometimes it's easy to forget that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. When you're a commentator sitting on the sidelines, you say there's no excuses, next man in, and when you're playing, you understand that there is a massive excuse.
Of course.
And therefore, even in the NBA to these days, if you're going from east to west, it's very difficult to win,
And,
blah, blah.
and sorry, just taking it to tennis quickly, I mean, Novak's saying the same thing about the late finishes, you know, the 4am, 3:30, 2am finishes. He said, because then, you know, it's not just that game and you can go and recover for a week.
No.
It's the turnaround.
It's the turnaround that hits you,
Yeah, and for the Wildcats as well, John Rillie's been playing, like Friday night was a good example. He's not using a lot of rotation. So those players are playing big minutes because they're clearly the best players. But, you know, Todd Blanchfield didn't get on court at all on Friday night.
He's hardly been playing.
Yeah, he did get on court yesterday, but so they're playing big numbers and then having to turn it around in less than 48 hours. It's no wonder they're tired.
Now,
I
Sean,
don't think they're good enough to play and be in the top few. I know they're in the 4th position at the moment.
Fifth now. Fifth.
Okay, so it's pretty tight going at the moment with only a couple of games to go, Nath. But they're not a team that I've seen so far this year that can be better than Sydney. Melbourne will probably beat them because they've had the wood over them for quite some time.
Yeah, I think it really depends where they play. If they're at home, they're a different team.
Against Melbourne United, not
always,
always.
yes.
But yeah, I just don't think they've got it.
Yeah.
when you're not a big name person that they will play and give a lot of minutes to, what's that like, just flying around and watching?
I think it's really difficult. You've seen
And you suit
a couple
up,
of the
you
guys.
warm up, you do it all.
Yeah.
And you're waiting for your minute to
What's that
come
like?
on.
Is that horrendous?
Yeah, that is horrendous. I've been on the bench a few times. Back in the day, the bench, and this is the interesting thing about the basketball, is that in the AFL, when you're on the bench, you're part of it.
Yes.
You're on the bench for a second, you're back on. And I know some people will always get the quality minutes in the quality spots, but everyone needs to keep the energy up and the intensity up. So you've got to come on and off. In basketball, like Nat was saying, particularly the Wildcats, they're not using their bench as much as others. And
especially
that's really
in the
difficult,
last
because if you're
few
on
games.
behind, when it's your opportunity and you come on, you haven't been playing for God knows how long, and you get 2 minutes, you're going to have to.
And there's a lot of pressure on you.
Nathan, I'm on the phone just watching Yellowstone. Well,
Season 5.
You're up.
2.
You're up. Nah, I'm all right.
I'm good.
Sorry, I've got on a good bet.
No, some people come in, they get subbed into for a matchup or to give away a foul because that's what they want to do, and then they're off. So they might be on there for 30 seconds, and you're just like, oh, how
That was my
then
moment.
you'd feel used, wouldn't you?
Yeah, and you're embarrassed because your parents come along to every match, and that's what they get to see. You're like, you're a professional.
And then your parents went to the toilet during that bit.
Yeah, Dad's at the bar.
Over to the Australian Open, there was a couple of big names knocked out on the women's side and a few of the men falling by the wayside. So we're coming down to it. But tonight, it's about the Joker versus Alex de Minaur.
Yeah.
I think Novak would just wipe
You would
him
think
off.
so. Well, a fully fit Novak would, but he's not 100%.
But he does it every year,
Yeah, I
don't you
know.
reckon?
Oh, yeah, he's a bit of a stager, isn't he?
He's a massive
I've
stager.
only got one leg this, and then finally comes out and wins it. Yeah, I
in
know what you
5
mean.
sets.
Yeah.
In 5 sets. So I'd imagine that would be the way things turn out.
Yeah, you would think so.
Tonight. But we'll wait and see. There's always a knockout chance if he actually does get injured.
Yes.
Then Alex can make his way through. Big payday.
Yeah.
Well, all the big names have been falling during this Australian Open.
Yeah.
Might be his turn.
We're going to get stuck straight into the cricket now, and of course last night we saw the Scorchers just absolutely dominate against the Renegades, and it wasn't until the end where it looked a bit shaky, and it was due to some fielding mishaps, and one was Matt Kelly, who we've met, Nath.
Yes.
Remember at the Wacker?
Yes.
He popped a bouncing ball into the head.
That was
knocked
nasty.
him down, mate. I thought he was basically KO'd.
Yeah.
Balls flying at your head can be dangerous.
Well, that's right. The next one was AJ Ty, who dropped the ball in the outfield. It went through his hands and again hit him right on the beak. So 2 blokes caught balls in the face and they're both down.
That's how I would catch a ball.
Yes. face first.
So when he was catching, his mistake was having a ball-sized hole in his
Yes,
fingers
that's right.
Yeah,
for the ball to come through.
He was surprised that what happened. But
He's normally pretty good in the field too.
Oh, they're normally all very good.
Yeah.
But we felt for Matt Kelly. Obviously, he had to be taken off under the concussion rule.
Yeah, and he was he's bleeding as well.
Yeah.
Blood rule too.
Cameron Bancroft, outstanding, 95 runs. Scorchers, top of the ladder. They'll play the first qualifier this weekend. It'll be at Optus Stadium on Saturday night. They are going particularly well.
Yeah, they are.
As is our former producer, Claire, who we talk to her about cricket all the time.
Yep.
And Claire has come in. She's had a weekend to remember. Claire, what happened?
Well, I had my best game ever.
Yeah.
So talk us through it.
Tell us about your team.
I opened the batting.
Yeah.
Of course.
And
Why
I
wouldn't
hit
you?
31 off 20. We have to retire after 20 balls, so I didn't get out. And then, I know, didn't get out. And then I got 2 wickets off an over for about 3 runs.
Now, were you bowling spin or were you coming in off the long run up?
Spin. I don't want to talk about my second over because that wasn't as good.
No, it's not important. Did we win?
We lost in the last over.
Oh, so it went down to the wire.
1 wicket. We had to get 1 wicket, and they had to hit 4 runs. And they got it with 2 balls left. It was a killer.
Can I just say, I really hope that there are professional cricket players right now listening to the way that Claire answered those questions, because I love how she said, Sean, and this is, we should do in any sports interview, I don't want to talk about my second over. And then everyone's going, okay, no worries.
Focusing on the positives, Nathan.
Kelly, fantastic work.
This is Les Murdy Mazenod Cricket Club.
That is correct. Yes, we lost to Morley Cricket Club.
Have you won a game this season?
Yeah, we've won a couple. We won't make finals, though. We missed a couple because of rain. So
The Morley Girlereas, I've heard they're good.
they got lucky.
They got lucky.
The Girlereas really put their time in there.
Well done to the Perth Scorchers. Well done to Cameron Bancroft, man of the match. And
well done to Les Murdy.
yeah, Claire Kelly. Tell your friends, everyone.
Joyce
31 off
Kelly,
20.
everybody.
I know.
Forced into retirement.
Exactly.
Oh, don't talk to her about a second over.
No.
What's the point?
Doesn't bear. Was that where their 4 winning runs came from?
I think the chick hit about like 4 fours off me. Yeah, I got slammed.
But we don't talk about that.
We don't talk
about that.
Sean Sport is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.